Hello and welcome everybody to this first ever video on our channel. I'll introduce the coverage team for this video. I'm Hanjo de Vries and my teammate for today is none other than the pre-modern Italian national champion of 2026, the Elven legend himself, Frank Roelofs.
Hi there.
Today we're doing a cube draft that's very dear to our hearts.
Yes.
It is your artifact cube. So why don't you walk us through this cube, Frank?
Yes. Okay, so let's take a look at the cube. This is my artifact cube, and so as the name suggests, it's all about artifacts. So a couple of things that you need to know. So we're going to go over what the cube is and some of the archetypes. So there's no green in the cube, so you just have blue, red, black, and white cards in the cube. That's because the cube is 260 cards big. It's only meant for 4 players, meaning that if you put an additional color in the cube, that the archetype is going to be a little bit more convoluted. To optimize drafting strategies, we're going to go for 4 boosters of 11 cards so that everybody can read the draft a little bit better. And all the classical archetypes are in there. So you have your aggro deck, your mid-range deck, your control deck, and even your combo decks. Let's take a look at some of the archetypes. Some of the topics you see here are Crockland, Ironworks, Grinding Station, like without saying, like make a million mana, or milling every time an artifact comes into play. It's pretty good, especially if you combine it with Open Falls or Waked Past. Those cards bring everything back. With Grinding Station, you get like a million triggers, and you can sack them and untapping it with every trigger resolving, so you can basically mill for like 60 or so. Then you have Awkward Ravager. Who was alive when this was in standard knows how busted it is. Enter an artifact cube, it becomes even better. One of the cards that was not so great in standard, but is extremely good, is Arcbound Crusher. If you know your opponent is also playing tons of artifacts, like a 4-drop that gets bigger even with you playing artifacts and your opponent playing artifacts, it's just crazy. And the fact that it is trample also means that they cannot throw a top to or a surfer for it every time. Then, of course, good old cranial plating, and that does a pretty good job in reimagining how good cranial plating is. Like, these are great with like playing lots of artifacts, so automatically become very good in basically any deck. Then you have Traxels, Scourge of Crook, like a 4-mana 7/7 trample that you can basically untap whenever you play an artifact card, means it's very undercosted and extremely good. And same for Walking Ballista, like it's just like a very versatile card. And with cards like Arcbound Ravager and modular cards and other ways to put +1/+1 counters on creatures, it becomes very good very quickly. Let's go to blue. So blue can have a couple of strategies. So Embry and Sai are obviously great, and you can have a more controlling route or a go wide route. And blues also has like the best clean answers in Steel Sabotage and Anu, and also one of the better ramp cards in Artifice class. It's not just a ramp card, it's also card advance, and it's also Killcon in a lot of decks. That if you see Artifice class, you have to pick it up. Then red. The 2 best red cards are Goblin Engineer and Scrap Mastery. Goblin Engineer speaks for itself, like recycling your comes to play effects every turn, but Scrap Mastery is something that not maybe everybody knows, but it's a living death for artifacts. So like all your artifacts on both sides are going to put like in the graveyard, and all the artifacts that were in the graveyard already are going to be put into play, so you can really set this up nicely. If you look at white, Tempered Steel is one of the best cards. It's just like, okay, I'm going to play artifact creatures anyway, might as well give them +2/+2. Requisition Rate is one of the best spot removals in the cube. Like, every disenchant effect is good, but a disenchant effect that also buffs your, like if you have a good white strategy with tokens, it's great. Then let's take a look at black. Like, anybody that plays standard and knows Disciple of the Vault, it was insane. In an artifact cube, it becomes even better, and like your opponent needs a removal spell for this guy, otherwise they will probably end up dying. The other card that's like a clear top-pick is Arcbound Condor. It doesn't seem like much, like a 4-mana 3/3 flyer that just gives creatures -1/-1, but you have to think like there's a lot of small creatures in this cube, which makes the Condor great. And then if you look at like some multicolor cards, Top to Foundry is obviously great with all the artifacts, and Tezzeret Age of Bolas on power level. It's one of the better cards. If you are blue-black, Tezzeret Age of Bolas is probably the best card in your deck.
I've linked the list down below if you want to look at the list before we start the draft. But now that we got the basics covered of the draft, I think we're ready to jump in. You are a featured drafter for today, Frank.
Yes, I am.
Excited to see your own draft?
Yes, I hope I'll make you proud.
You will. All right, let's jump into the draft. Just a quick reminder, we are drafting 4 boosters of 11 cards here. So let's see what the first booster has in store for us.
Yeah, and here we see a Duretti, which is a great card in this cube, and a requisition rate, and I see a braided net. I think these 3 cards are the picks. Duretti is like more of an archetype card in like the Mindslaver kind of decks. Braided net is a more of a value card, and requisition rate is one of the better removal spells. I'm opting to go for Duretti here. Like I like to pick a lane early and then pivot if the lane is not open, so I end up with the stronger decks if it is open, a little bit of a weaker pick. Hanjo, what would you pick here?
I really like drafting more steady, so I would go for requisition rate here. I think the floor and requisition rate is insane because it's basically a shatter, which is really good in this cube. I think the ceiling is also very high because 2 for 1 with extra power is just great, but I can see Duretti, it's close.
I think it's a close one as well. But here we see like 3 good cards as well. I see a Tempered Steel, a Galvanic Blast, and a Gadgeteer, as well as a Chromatic Star. I think it's between like those 3. I think Tempered Steel is the best card, but given that I just picked up a Duretti, I think the Gadgeteer is the most powerful card that fits the best with it. Although the Blast is on color. What do you think?
I think Gadgeteer is the clear pick here. I do think Demonic Chunker is also quite strong, but Gadgeteer is just such a powerful card and goes great with Duretti, so good second pick here.
Yeah, it's a good second pick, and here we have the first choice where we you see the melted Moxide, which can give you more of a go all in on the Duretti kind of plan. You see Spine of Isha as well, which is promising because if it wheels, the archetype is open. There's also the Gunship and the Top Foundry, but I would pick the Melted Moxide here. I think that's a great pickup here. I actually agree with that above the Warmaker's Gunship. I think it's a good card, but Melted Moxide is just so great in the archetype. Yeah, exactly. And we just passed this Spine of Isha, and here's a mere Battlesphere, but you also see a Vaulted Church. For me, this is a clear Vaulted Church. It's like a good removal spell. You already gave a past Galvanic Blast. Easy search for me. It's a removal light cube, so easy search also for me. Yeah, and if the Mere Battlesphere reveals, you know you're in the right archetype. But we'll see in 4 picks. And there the Braided Net Wield, the Rust Harvest, and there's an Ursus Bubble. I think it's between the 3. I think Braided Net is kind of the best card here. I like Braided Nets because it gives you time to get into the late game as well. It's a bit of a tumble magnet. You just tap down your opponent's creature, so I think that should have been the pick here, but you go for Rust Harvest. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I picked the Rust Harvest here, thinking blue might not be open, but it was, I think Braided Net was the pick there. And what do we have here? There's a Chromatic Star and a Fault Cast. I think it's an easy Chromatic Star. Easy Chromatic Star, I agree. Yeah. And here we see the Spine of Isha wheeling. Happy Frank. I'm extremely happy with it, as you can see. And for me, it's just a clear sign that the Duretti artifact recursion archetype is open. It's such a banger in the archetype, I agree. It's such a banger. It's so good. It looks mediocre, but it's great. And here's a Seat of the Senate and the Mere Battlesphere. I think it's actually very close, this.
I think so too. But for me, the argument for picking your Battlesphere here is like I don't want to give any other player the incentive to dive into that archetype. What would you do?
I would pair Battlesphere on the same reason. You just want to cut your lane.
Yeah, and there are like a million artifact lands in the cube. This is like just easy Urza's Bubble, probably not making the deck. There's a Fault Cast, just pick the blue card and might make the deck. It's a great card if you have a lot of artifact lands.
It's a sign that blue is quite open, and the draft is looking great so far. And this duplicate, that's insane. It's so nice that's the last card. Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a nice gift. The duplicate is great. And if we look at these picks, like we're drafting 4 times 11 cards, and if I look at the first 11 cards that I drafted, I'm thinking I'm the only one in this lane. There's another red drafter. I have the feeling that not a lot of players are drafting blue.
Yeah, you gave the Braided Net, it didn't wheel again, so the Braided Net got out there. Someone picked the Galvanic Blast quite highly, so there are people in your lane, but no one's doing the big mana thing. So, and if you look at these pickups, you have some archetype cards, just some very powerful cards, and some really good, like the Chromatic Star and the Melting Moxa just go great. So let's jump into the second booster. Ooh, Master Transmuter is amazing.
I see. A Master Transmuter, there's also Silver, and an Arkham Dexam. I mean, the choice is only between 2 cards for me here. Arkham Dexam or Master Transmuter. Do you have a strong preference for either of the two, Hanjo?
I like Master Transmuter because Arkham Dexam, it has a sack of artifact creatures, which actually is a bit of tax on your deck.
Yeah, I completely agree. And with the Spine of Isha, you can just bounce the Spine, put it into play again. It's like 1 mana to vindicate something, right?
Yeah, it's insane.
Let's look. Here you see a Trend Dynamo. It is a Master of Ethereum, but yeah, I'm looking at the dubious food card, but I do think the Trend Dynamo ramps you from turn 4 to turn 7 to play a busted 7+ mana artifact.
It's basically a cheat mana card, which you already have in Daretti and Master Transmuter, so it goes great into the deck.
Yeah, agreed. Let's see what we have here. There's a Solemn Simulacrum, an Eater Spellbomb, a couple of artifact lands, a Fomori Fold. For me, this was pretty clear. Like Solemn fits perfectly into this deck. It's a sack. Like if you sack it, you draw a card. It ramps you up to your big artifact stuff, and it gets in the way. I mean, it's clear Solemn for me. What do you think?
I think Solemn, hoping the Eater Spellmobiles because it's the type of card you need.
Yeah, it might. And there we see a Battleship, Extinguisher Battleship. It's a pretty weak pack for... Oh, there's also a Steel Swarm Operator. I'm opting for the Operator here, probably. What would you pick out of this pack?
You already have the Daretti, Master Transmuter, and Trendino. Ramping from 2 to 4 is just insane in your deck. The Battleship probably wheels. Looking at the last booster, you just need these Operators.
Yeah, clearly. And this is an interesting one. There's like an...
Silver Mirror still here.
There's the Silver Mirror wheeled, the Ichor Wellspring wheeled as well, which kind of surprised me in this draft. And there's the Wizard's Rockets. I like these kind of like draw card trinkets that you can sack and draw a card. But for me, this is a clear Ichor Wellspring.
I would actually take Silver Mirror here. I would opt for the ramp to 4. Higher. You have 2 trinkets, like probably one of those 2 wheels. I would probably have picked a Silver Mirror.
Yeah. The idea is also like looking in the future of the drafts. Like if we draft some more sack outlets, which I kind of want, that might be interesting. This is kind of a weak pack, right? Like this is the point where you can draft an artifact land. Just pick some like 1 color artifact land. It's fine. It's not great.
Oh, Spellbomb wheel's nice.
Yeah, Wheel of the Eater Spellbomb. Might be doubting between the artifact land, but I do think the Eater Spellbomb is a correct pick here.
It's what your deck needs. You need to survive that early game, and it just helps doing that. Easy Battleship.
There's the Battleship again. We love the Battleship. What do you think, Hanjo?
Battleship is just great in the deck. It's the type of late game you want. Like, shame to see the Market Pack Walker go, but Battleship is just so strong in the late game. You're not losing the late game anymore. And the Silver Meal comes back, which is very nice.
Yeah, I'm actually not picking the Silvermere here because I'm a big fan of like the trinkets, as I said earlier. But looking back at this, it might be better to pick.
You should have slammed the Silvermere here. Yeah.
Nah, that's not true.
This
is kind of whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
Two nice utility lands as less picks. It's just okay, fine, whatever.
It's fine, and the Vermurfall, like in my deck, is actually kind of fine, right? Like you can discard like your big artifacts with it. It's not great. I mean, 3 mana is almost like a Time Walk. Looking at this, I'm okay-ish with it. Like I get like some of the additional ramp stuff that I wanted, and I got like the Extinguisher Battleship and some artifact lands. It's not as great as Booster 1, but I think it's there, and I think I'm on my way to drafting like a steady deck.
I think it's a great booster. You got like Messenger Meter and Twin Dynamo, 2 cheat spells, and a ramp on 2, so it's great.
Yeah, agreed.
Anu and Emry are amazing.
Yeah, and Goldhound, of course, one of the better cards in the cube. Then I also see the relic, the Crytek relic. That card is also great, but it's not as good as Emry or Anu. Like looking at what I drafted now, I think I cannot support Emry as good as I want it to be. Like it doesn't really shine in my deck, especially with all the 7 and 8 mana artifacts. And Anu is like crazy good. It's so efficient. For camera purposes, I show the 2 cards. But which one would you pick here, Hanjo?
I think it's an easy Anu. Like you said, supporting Emry isn't the easiest in your deck, and Anu is just so efficient. And you have to get to that late game. You got the late game covered. You need to survive the early game.
Yeah. You see my deck as a control deck as well?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And here you have another great piece for surviving the early game in the Shrapnel Slinger.
Yeah, Shrapnel Slinger is great. It's also great with like recurring effects. Like I don't have many yet. I didn't see any except for the Duretti at this point. So I do need to think about pivoting if nothing else, like if no Trash for Trash or Goblin Engineers pass my way with Scrap Mastery, I need to start thinking about pivoting here as well. But I picked Shrapnel Slinger here, of course. The card is great.
It's just a shatter. Shatters are great.
Shatters are great in this cube. Yeah, everything. Most things are an artifact. You have the Aether Spark, you have the Mono Scallion. This is kind of a weak pack, I'd say. Like there's not a lot in there. There's the Acapulco. No, not the red-white one.
It's the best card in the pack.
Yeah, that's for sure the best card in the pack. And I think I picked like the Foundry Inspector as kind of a ramp creature, but I'm not happy with it. Here you do see the first one that makes me fully committed to the archetype, the cool Datha Forge Master. I think it's also not close to pick the Forge Master. Am I picking the
Forge Master is amazing. You already have all your trinkety artifacts because you love them too much, but they go great with this Forge Master, so easy Forge Master. Maybe the Lotus Bloom Wheels could be fine, but the Forge Master is just so strong with Spine and Battleship and Battle Ball. It's
fantastic. And you see the Relic Wheeling, the Spellbomb Wheeling. The Emry doesn't wheel, so there's another blue drafter, of course. I'm not surprised by that. For me, this is really, really close. Like, in hindsight, I think the Spellbomb is the pick. I'm picking the Relic here, because I'm a sucker for relics, as I said already 2 times.
I think it's really good with Forge Master just picked up, so I can see it.
Yeah.
And this booster is quite weak, like Weird Convention or Transmute Artifact could probably be fine. I could see Bird Ruins as well, but...
Yeah, this feels like a spot to pick an artifact. I am picking a Whir here in order to still have like a bit of a pivot option available, especially with the Lotus Bloom probably wheeling from the pack. I pick a Crime Novelist here. It's not going to make the deck. And there's the Lotus. Yeah.
So you got the pivot options if you want, but it's more whatever other Spellbomb Wheels, which is very nice.
Yeah, and there's also the Misha's Research Check, which is also great. It's a great card, but probably not for this deck. And then I get an Artifact Land. Life's good. I like the Buried Ruins as well.
Yeah, just nice extra land, yeah.
Yeah, Buried Ruins is also nice, right?
Yeah. No, I think you want the artifact land for your deck because of the Kuroto Forge Master.
This booster felt a little underwhelming compared to the others, but I got the Forge Master. It's great. It really is in this deck.
Yeah, and Anno and Schlinger are great in your deck. I think still on 3 you have a bit of a gap because Foundry Inspector Crime Novice is probably not making your deck, so the 3 slot feels a bit weak still, but like Anno is amazing in your deck, surviving early game.
Yeah. Would you be happy at this point?
Yes, I think you should be very happy with your deck so far.
Yeah. There's an assist, not really the deck for it. The Furnace Dragon, which is a sweet one, but not really for the... And there we have it. I see myself fist pumping here. I was hoping for this card. Goblin Engineer is like the... Yeah, it's one of the best cards. Like, I think Scrap Mastery is better, to be honest. But Goblin Engineer is certainly second here. I got the Goblin Engineer. It's going to be a slam. I'm just keeping the booster open for the video purposes.
For the wheels, Frank. For the
wheels, of course.
Great pickup here.
There's a Tezzeret, a Curie, a Memorial Vault. It's not really exciting. Let's see what else we have to offer here. Yeah, Curie is whatever. There's the board wipe. There's a board wipe. And a double on-color artifact land. I think it's pretty close, to be honest.
Yeah, you're very slow, like the Wrath is quite good, but the land's also, I think you can take the Wrath here.
Yeah, I think nobody's on blue-red at this point. I think I'm the only blue-red drafter out of the 4 of us, so I can safely take the Firestorm, wheel the artifact lands. That's what I'm thinking. I might be incorrect, but we'll see that in 4 picks. And let's see what we have here. There's the Seed of the Synod. Oh, did you see that?
I saw that, but did you see it? Because it's still somewhere in the pack.
Yeah, the Artificer's class.
Yeah, that's one of the best blue cards in the cube.
Yes, like if you like Silvermere, you're gonna love Artificer's class.
It's a better Silvermere.
It's for sure better. It doesn't produce blue, but it does produce like tons of value, a kill con and ramp. All in one card. The card is great. Like, this is an easy slam Artificer's class. Let's see. There's a Pinnacle Emissary in the ground. Oh, and there's the Scrap Mastery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's so lucky. Yeah, there's nothing else here. It's a great booster. Like,
I could pick 5 cards and I'd be incredibly happy with either 5 of them. But Scrap Mastery is for me top 5 cards in the cube. I'm in the archetype. I'm in red. This is just a slam dunk, and I'm hoping to build a Grand Architect. That's also a great card for the archetype. And this is, again, like a somewhat weaker pack, but I can pick a land here. What do you think?
Well, I think you're going to pick the Furnace Dragon because you are very high on that card.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you already have some off-color tapped artifact duels, so I think the Furnace Dragon is actually a fine pickup here. Oh, and that your land wheels...
But also the Scrabbling Claws, that's a great sideboard card against my deck.
Yeah, I would have slammed the blue-red card here, but...
Yeah, you're right. I do think this is a little greedy, and I could have used another blue-red land. But I was thinking, like, my deck is getting great, but Scrabbling Claws great against my deck. Maybe I should just hate it, and I honestly think it might be wrong. Let's go to this one. This is an easy scrapwork mode.
Yeah, the rest is just whatever, and the mod actually is a nice card in your deck with the Reti, with all the other stuff. It also helps you survive the early game, smooth out your draw. Like, Mystic Forge is a really strong card, but I don't think this is a deck where you need it. Like, you already have so much value, you don't need the value of the Mystic Forge. Like, you just need to survive the early game and have some setup cards, and this is a great setup card.
Yeah, and the jewels are not in the cube, so you cannot pick the Angel here. Like, it's great with the Reti, of course. Oh, look at that. Look at this. There's still a Lotus Petal in this pack as well. And a Spire of Industry.
And a Millican.
And the Millican. Yeah, that card is also in the cube. It's not a Silvermere, I would say. And I think this is an easy Grand Architect.
Yeah, Grand Architect is great for your deck. Yeah, this is more whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's been a great booster thus far.
I would say this might have been the best booster.
Well, your 2 best cards are in this booster, so that's...
Exactly. Yeah, you got the Goblin Engineer and the Scrap Master
Oh, you lucky bastard.
You see how well I read this draft, huh?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Memorial Vault could have been nice in your deck in a control mirror, but getting that land this late is very lucky, Frank.
It is. I would say it's a bit lucky. It's like on the edge of luckiness.
So this is your final deck. How are you feeling about your final deck?
Honestly, I'm happy with it. I got 2 ramp pieces. I got early removal in Animal and Surge and Pyro Spellbomb. I got enough trinkets, and the end game is insane. Not only with the Spine of Isha and the Battleship and the Duplicate, but also with Scrap Mastery and the Ratty being real MVPs for this deck.
I think this deck has so many angles. It can attack a game, cheat stuff with Master Transmuter or Thran Dynamo or Daretti, set up Scrap Mastery. It has quite a lot, and also with the trinkets, you smooth out your draw, you have some ramp spells. I think this deck is a potential 3-0. So your deck is looking great, Frank.
It does. I'm extremely happy with what I drafted today.
So we're ready for the first match. We are playing each other for the first match.
Yes.
So let's see what I have drafted.
Yeah. Okay, this is your deck. Can you tell us what you were drafting and how happy you are with what you have drafted?
It was tough finding my lane this draft because I actually started on white, but when the Tempered Steel didn't wheel, I pivoted from that. It's a sort of mid-rangey type of deck, I think, with just a lot of haymakers, like Retrofitter Foundry, Cranial Plating, Doctor Foundry, Fane, Kalpakal, the 7/7 for 4 mana, the Tezzeret. Yeah, it has just so many haymakers. I just present a lot of problems my opponent has to answer. And I have a couple of answers myself, which are very strong in Bitter Triumph and Braided Net and Demonic Junker. Just some very solid removal. So I think my deck is basically just presenting very hard questions to answer and having some quite good answers itself. But it isn't great at applying pressure. It's more mid-rangey, I think, but I was very happy with the deck. It had a lot of strong plays.
Yeah, I can see that. I do think, I really, really like the look of this deck because the overall power level of this deck seems super high. And, if we look at the matchup, Hanjo, who do you think is favored in this matchup?
I actually think you are favored. Like I said, I think my individual card quality is very high, but it's not very synergistic, this deck. There are some sacrifice synergies, and Retrofitter Foundry and Doctor Foundry are amazing together, but it's not a very synergistic deck, and I think if your deck has the ability to do what it wants to do, you're taking over the game. And I can't pressure you in a great way. So maybe my haymakers can sort of take over the game because the individual quality is higher, but I actually think you are favored. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, if we get to a board game where I go a Spine of Isha every turn, you're not winning those games. If you go wide, I have a board wipe, followed up by a big artifact, you're not winning those games. But if we're gonna play grindy value games where I'm just drawing a bit of the ramp and the big mana stuff, but not really a recurring effect, I actually think that you're favored. But let's see what happens.
Yes, let's jump into the match.
There's our match. Let's go. There we see your pretty smile on camera.
There's your beautiful face, Frank. All right.
And we're starting.
Yeah, I'm really excited to analyze our match.
Let's see who won the die roll. I see Anul in my hand. And you won the die roll starting with an artifact land. And obviously I'm keeping open the Anul that you just saw.
Yeah, and we could both our 7s.
Yeah, I see a Braided Net and a Scrap Trawler in your hand, which are both great cards talking about haymakers. And I'm opting to curve out with a Steals from Operator.
Yeah, so I don't have a lot of early pressure here, so not looking great for me with that Operator, but...
But you have 3 3-mana artifacts in hand, so if you have to land here...
I'm opting for the removal actually, because giving you the ramp with all your 4-drops, I'm not seeing that, and if you hit your 4-drop, the Tithing Blade isn't doing anything anymore, so...
That's true. I do draw an Artificer's Claws, and I am missing my land drop, so your removal spell was a great option there.
Yes, and no red mana for you, which is a great sign for me.
I see like one artifact land in your hand, like probably a Falls of Whispers of a Seed of the Synant, and you're reading the back of that card. It's horrible on the back. It really is.
It is horrible, but just checking to see what my options are if I'm not missing anything. I think the hard thing here is that I actually have like Scrap Trawler and Mere Retriever, which are great cards, but they don't do anything here yet.
No, and you're keeping open mana. I'm not entirely sure where that is for. Like, you could have played the Mere Retriever, which is kind of bad on this, but you also have an Ichor Wellspring in hand there, haven't you?
No, you have the Ichor Wellspring.
Oh, sorry, it says a Scrap Trawler. Yeah, there's an Ichor Wellspring for me.
I was just like, I don't want to play my value cards out here against your deck full of removal and not get the value on one of those things. So I draw a Cranial Plating here so I can finally apply some pressure, because I have 4 artifact lands already in play, so it does deal a whole lot of damage.
Yeah, and I do have the Anul here, and I opt not to counter it, which is an interesting choice. But I do have the removal spell, and I sack my Wellspring for an additional card. I love the value already. And there's the Mere Retriever, and it finds the Anul. I kind of like this line, to be honest, from my side.
I agree.
Like you don't have any creatures anymore. There is a Plating, which is kind of a threat. But yeah, I have like some breathing room to start casting my spells. I would have loved to draw a land here. And I'm sacking the star immediately.
It's free because of the Artificer's Class, so...
Yeah, exactly.
But no land for you, which is sad. But you do have a Scrap Mastery already in your hand, so you could start sculpting the game around that already, which is very interesting.
Yeah, exactly. And I do want to like find an artifact land, preferably here. Like, yeah, I might as well try it. And oh,
4 lands on top. Oh.
Yeah, and that's a bit unlucky, but that happens. That's Magic, right?
No, the Solemn is fine. You can actually cast it next turn and get to your next land, so it's not the worst.
True. And you have the Scrap Trawler, so if you have Scrap Trawler here and you have the Braided Net, it feels like the Solemn is not doing a huge amount.
I do make a little misplay here. Braided Net should only have 3 counters. I put 4 on it. Yeah, I'm a bit flooded here. Like, my hand is now empty. I can apply some pressure, but if you kill a Scrap Trawler, yeah, it's not looking great.
Yeah. No, exactly. And it feels like it's a classic Flood versus Screw. I can play a Solemn here. I drew a Goblin Engineer, but I can at least find an additional mountain here. You're gonna tap my Solemn like 3 turns, maybe 4. But in the end, like you probably want to keep your Braided Net like not crafted, because with the plate, you drew a Refurbished Familiar. I actually didn't mind that because I had a Scrap Mastery here, so I really didn't care that much here. And the thing is, if I draw a land here, I can easily do the Scrap Mastery. And let's see if I'm lucky enough to draw a land. I am lucky enough. And I'm probably contemplating whether I want to play the Scrap Mastery here. Because you do have like 2 artifacts in your graveyard, but you also have like 3 artifact lands.
4 artifact lands, yeah. The Scrap Mastery is such a bloat. You're doubting between the Scrap Mastery and the Wrath here, but like, I just hit you for 12 damage. I have a flyer. You have to do something. Like, I'm killing you next turn if you do nothing. So
yeah. But I'm actually not playing it. I think I could have. I lived another turn to see if you could do a little bit more.
Yeah, the Shutdown Slinger is nice here because you just take out the biggest threat I have, which is the Cranial Plating. And I can't actually get anything back with the Scrap Trawler from the plating right now, so that's great. Because I think you rather just get rid of the Scrap Trawler before you do the Scrap Mastery.
Yeah. Yeah, but with the plating I'm taking, like I'm only at 8, right? So if I play it like this way I could play the Duretti and loot a couple of more things into my graveyard. I'm really going for the value line here, and my idea was that you can tap the thing and then kill the Duretti. But then at least I discard 2 additional artifacts into the graveyard, and the Scrap Mastery is even becoming more insane.
So here I'm checking what craft with an artifact actually does, because Braided Net doesn't have the reminder text on it. Tithing Blade actually does, but I forgot that it also had craft.
Yeah, you could have looked at it.
Yeah, I could have. So I'm really thinking here, should I just start drawing a whole bunch of cards? But the thing is that I don't think I can activate it twice. Like you have to, I can craft it and then activate it, but this is what I just do with my turn. And you are at 8. And draining you for 1 per turn is actually is a thing.
I honestly think drawing like 6 here is a little bit better. You're attacking me here, and you're doing that. I honestly think that's the wrong line. You probably, like, you saw the Scrap Mastery in the draft. You probably know that I might be going for it, and playing it like this is putting you in a rough spot while you were like so far ahead. And like maybe I should have played the Scrap Mastery last turn, but I think taking this line gives me the opportunity to really make it a real blowout.
No, I didn't think about the Scrap Mastery. I was more like, okay, you probably have some removal or something, but this way I do put a lot of pressure on you. You have to just answer these things rather than just drawing a whole bunch of cards. But yeah, it probably would have been better. But I was also like, if you have the Scrap Mastery, I'm losing 4 of my lands. Drawing all those cards probably isn't helping either.
Yeah, that might be true, but I mean 6 cards is a lot of cards, right? Like it probably gives you a whole like let's say you draw a Tezzeret or something like that. That already makes it completely different. You know the card by heart. I'm still reading it.
I haven't played a lot of Living End in my life, so I still have to find out.
Yeah, for the viewers, Hanjo played like Living End like for, I don't know, 6 years straight. And Scrap Mastery is the Living End for artifacts. So.
Yeah, it's a Living Death for artifacts, so I just basically lose almost all my permanents. I do have a whole bunch of Scrap Trawler triggers. There's this nice interaction with Modular and Living End type effects that I actually can put a counter from my Modular land on one of my artifacts that return. But yeah, I think I was really a difficult choice what I should all get back here because I have so many triggers.
Yeah, it's really difficult. So you get back a Silver Mirror, a Mirror Retriever, and a Cranial Plating here, right?
Mm-hmm. Now the Silver Mirror is exiled with the craft, so just a Mirror Retriever and the plating.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. And with the Scrap Trawler, you have 3 triggers. So your Blade can get back an artifact land. Your Trawler can get back an artifact land with the Blade, and your discard Bird can get back like either the Braided Net, the Scrap Trawler, the Blade, or one of the artifact lands.
Yeah, so I think I have to take one of the lands here with the Blade. The Reverse Mirror is going to get back Scrap Trawler. Yeah. The thing is, like, I'm assuming that Cranial Plating is dying immediately. Oh no, the Shadow Slinger is the card going actually into your graveyard?
Yeah, it was still in play, so yeah.
Well, that was lucky for me then. But I don't see an easy way out of this game.
No, I bring like 4 blockers, including a 3/5 and some chump fodder in the Solemn Simulacrum, which means that probably getting back the flyer helps. At least it gives you kind of a game plan. Although I do have a flyer, And I do get to Duretti my Shrapnel Slinger back, so I can destroy every turn an artifact for the upcoming, I don't know, 3 turns or so. The Duretti is at 7 now.
Yeah, this Scrapmaster was just a complete blowout. Like, you could play the whole game towards it, and you see the difference in value from this one Scrapmaster. Yeah, like to be fair, even if I think if I drew with Braided Net, it wouldn't really have helped, because still look at this amount of difference in value. Like,
yeah. You look at this, like I drew like 9 cards with the Scrap Mastery and then destroyed like 4 of yours.
You're forgetting my 4 lands. You destroyed 8 cards on my side.
Yeah, you did draw 4 cards with the Scrap Trawler though, but I think like the end result is very positive in my favor, like both value and tempo wise.
Yeah, and the Godota Forge Master and the Master Transmitter are just going to take over the game here next turn. And you still have the Duretti also. Like, I see a Spine of Ishna coming, doing a whole bunch of damage, and
yeah. And you did draw a removal spell here, but you were sent back to the Stone Age on 3 lands, so you cannot even cast the 5-drop that you just drew.
Nope.
Yeah, this feels the moment that the game is probably over here. You're probably like thinking like, okay, is there a way I can, like, I'm only at 3 life, right?
I can attack for lethal, but you have so many blockers, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true. But do you have like any Disciple of the Fold effects in your deck?
Nope.
No. Probably opting for the Typing Blade here as kind of a game plan. And you do see me drawing the Extinguisher Battleship here, which I probably wouldn't even search, to be honest. Like, I want the Spine of Isha.
So here I just played Typing Blade to get rid of your first blocker, then yeah. Attacking for the other one, I'm like, yeah, let's just get all this fodder out of here.
Yeah, kind of like it, and I need to jump it here. I mean, it's not free.
But here, yeah, the game is basically over. You can soon already start blowing up my lands, and that isn't a great place to be. Oh, there's a Spine of Fish now.
I'm tapping 7 here. I should have tapped 6 for it due to the Artificer's class. But I think it's irrelevant. I can just blow up your land, sack it to Duretti, get back the Scrap Trawler. No, sorry, not the Scrap Trawler, the Shrapnel Slinger, blow up your other land.
Here you go, probably for the Cranial Plating to get lethal out of there. Yeah, and you have the Master Transmuter putting the Spine of Ishna into play and bouncing itself if you need. And still, the Godota Forge Master, you can actually activate with your Trinkety Artifacts and the Artifact Land if you need. So,
I think you can even do it now. I mean, I have 1 blue up. I think it's better to just blow up your Seat of the Synod. It's a Seat of the Synod, right?
Yeah, Seat of the Synod.
That's, yeah. Yeah. And no, I'm not activating it now.
Yeah.
You're reading it like, can it be on instant speed? Yes, it can.
I'm feeling very lost here. Like,
yeah, the game is over. It's just playing it out here. You're making this thing, and the only thing in your hand is like, you have the Starforge land.
Yeah. There's a Cranial Plating type land, so it actually.
Yeah. And you're attacking here. Or you want to return a land? Probably a land, right? Like you have a 5-drop in hand.
I mostly want to return the flyer.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm at 3. You can still do that. But the thing is, I'm vindicating every turn.
Yeah.
Even multiple times a turn. Oh yeah, and I'm pitching here the Wrath of God. It's unnecessary to keep it in hand.
Yeah.
Probably. And end of turn.
Here comes the Vindicate.
Comes the Vindicate, probably bouncing. The Ichor Wellspring, just doing a deck count if I will not die of decking. And there we go, Spine of Isha.
Yeah, probably blowing up a land, right?
I would say so, yeah. And if I'm being honest, I think it's time to get this Shrapnel Slinger in again. Oh, and there's the duplicate for the Scrap Trawler.
Not even.
I'm going for the Flyer. Okay, I can see that. And then I can still activate the Master Transmuter to also exile your Scrap Trawler.
Yep.
I mean, there's so many lines here, and I think all the lines are kind of going towards a win.
Yep, the value is just too much.
Yeah, playing a Fomori Vault. Could have discarded a land instead of the Temporal Firestorm, to be honest. I see 2 more lands in my hand, so unnecessary to discard a card that actually does something.
Yeah, I'm also here like just waiting to see how you're actually gonna finish the game. I'm still 20 life, like you're not putting me on a lot of pressure.
No, but I'm also making sure that you cannot play Magic.
Yep. You just see the power of your deck when you go into the late game. Like you have so much value, so much strong plays. Like it's
yeah.
Even the flex here with the Goblin Engineered, you're not finding anything because you already have it all.
I already have it all. It's completely unnecessary to find anything else. Like I already have the Shrapnel Slinger, already have the Duplicant, already have the Battleship and the Spine of Isha. It's I'm not looking for anything anymore. And I'm just activating it now, blowing up another land. And yeah, it's time to pack it in.
Yeah, it was
like I already appreciated the strength of you to keep battling for a couple of turns already.
I just wanted to get some more information.
Yeah, I did board in a Furnace Dragon here.
I didn't board much at all.
Yeah, the first game you had like 4 artifact lands in play, so it felt like Furnace Dragon is probably pretty good in this matchup.
So here I start on the Curie, which is probably great against your deck because you don't have a lot of early interaction and it's actually a 1-3 against your Pirate Spellbomb. So
yeah,
if I connect with this guy, I'm just gonna start drawing a whole bunch of cards, and you probably don't have a 2 toughness blocker very early, so it's great for me.
Yeah, and I also think I'm missing blue mana here. I have the Operative in my hand, it seems like.
Yeah.
But as you can see, there's no blue mana. And there's a Thane. And this is what your deck is strong at. Like the Curie kind of demands an answer, and then you have the Thane that kind of demands an answer. It doesn't really help that I'm not drawing any blue lands here. And I do have a Fomori Vault.
So you can cycle the Pirate Spellbomb, but yeah.
Yeah. And as you can see, I do have the Reti in hand. So it does mean that I can like get lucky, play the Reti into Scrap Mastery and get rid of your board.
Yeah, I don't do anything with the Fane here because the Fane can actually save one of my creatures. Like I can put counters on the Fane or on the Curie here to actually make it 5 toughness if you actually do something with the Battleship. But here you already scoop up your cards. Like it's too much. You don't draw your blue lands. It's
or a land. I didn't draw any lands, so the game was just done there. I'm kind of a fast scooper, so if I see like okay, this game is going nowhere, I'm gonna lose in 2 turns. I'm just packing it in.
Like I already had protection from the Battleship with the Fane, so just that's the game plan for my deck. It's just like can I present some questions that are very hard to answer?
Yeah, that's fair. Let's see. And there's the Operator again.
Yes, great start from your side, but again, no red mana in your hand, and also 2 land stills.
Yeah, you see me tapping out, although I have an animal, right?
Yeah, but I think here with Igor Wellspring next turn, you sort of want to develop your mana more.
Yeah, I completely agree.
So I see a Retrofitter in my hand, and I feel like this is the window I have to actually play it.
Yeah, Retrofitter is so good.
Great magic card, and if I can go along with it, I can probably...
Yeah, and this game it seems like I don't have a lot of...
removals.
Or red mana, for that matter.
So you do draw a land from the Acre Wellspring, which was very nice. And then being able to keep the Annul open.
Yeah, I still have the Annul open, but you can easily play around it here, right?
Yeah, so I just want to shoot your pinger, but that Annul was devastating here.
Yeah, that Annul was great. I love Annul. And here it proves, if this was an Embry, like it would have been a lot worse.
Yes, so because your land came after the Igor Wellspring, I sort of opted to kill your guy instead of playing Fane here, because I just wanted to keep you out of your mana. But then again, top decking the mountain and having the 5-drop was very tough. Like I could have played a Fane last turn, but I wanted to keep you off your mana.
I can see that.
And now, actually, I don't have enough artifacts to play Demonic Junker in my hand. Killing the Kudota Forgemaster and having you untap with the Forgemaster seems like a huge problem.
Yeah, especially with like sacking 3 artifacts also draws me 2 cards, right?
So here actually you see the cards in my hand, like Akal, Tezzeret, Fane, all great questions for you to answer, but the questions are not as good as anything your Kudota Forgemaster can fetch up. What would you play here, Frank?
Yeah, it's a very good question. Cannot play the Junker, so that's out of bounds. You did not play an artifact, so Akal is also not to play. So I think you have to play the Tezzeret here and hope that I have the Spiny Fish up on hand. I think that's the only line. Like a Fane is probably too slow to really work with that.
Well, I opted here for the Silver Mirror because Tezzeret, like you said, gets blown up by Spiny Fish now, which is horrible. If I play the Fane, you can just kill it with an Extinguisher Banger ship. And you don't have enough artifacts to activate the Kudota Forgemaster easily twice in a row. So I was like, I can also just play the Silver Mirror, develop my mana a bit better, and make a token with the Retrofitter Foundry end of turn. And go from there. Don't know if it's the right play, to be fair. Like, probably, maybe the Tezzeret was better, but it felt like a Tezzeret would have just eaten a Spine of Ishina very quickly.
Yeah, from my position, you feel like very behind here. I'm not sure what I'm gonna search here. I'm just drawing 3 cards from all the things I'm sacking, which is insane. But I'm opting to go for the Spine here to kill the Retrofitter. I think it's posing a problem. However, this does give you the opportunity to have a better Tezzeret turn here.
Well, I'm probably Demonic Junkering that Kudota Forgemaster because I can't let you untap with it a second time.
And that's true. You have 1, 2, 3 artifacts, so it costs 4.
Yeah, I can actually play the Marketplace Walker. Also, it gives a discount because of the affinity of artifacts. Because the Demonic Junker, if you also kill one of your creatures, you get a sort of added bonus. So killing the Marketplace Walker is actually very nice here.
Yeah, and then the Junker becomes a 6/5 as well, right?
Yeah, so that's why I chose the line last turn, because I knew then I would have been able to play the Demonic Junker instead of just getting my Tezzeret killed with a Spine of Ishina. So I kind of do like my line last turn, even though it looks very underwhelming, just to be able to play this Demonic Junker.
It plays out very well for sure. Like I can see this being the right line, yes.
And now I still have like a whole bunch of haymakers in my hand with Akapau, with Fane, and with the Tezzeret.
Yeah, and actually my situation doesn't look insane here. It looked super good, and suddenly it looks like, okay, we're kind of on equal ground, especially knowing that you still have a Fane and a Tezzeret in hand. And if I look at my hand, I see Goblin Engineer, a Mud, and I do see a Master Transmuter, which is great.
Yeah, but you do opt to kill the Demonic Junker just to preserve your life total a bit more, because getting hit for 6 in the face isn't great.
Yeah, and I can find a Goblin Engineer here, which is also providing some value. It's also like my idea here was like let's give you no pressure at all. If I play the Goblin Engineer next turn, I can sack the Spine of Isha and replay it again. And in the meanwhile, get the Shrapnel Shrinker back in play again, sack it to itself, and then I can shatter every turn, and that doesn't seem like a losing proposition to me.
Here, like, you have already 8 mana in play, so activating Goblin Engineer to get Spine into your hand, getting the Shrapnel Slinger, and then replaying Spine. Basically, it's only I need to answer this Goblin Engineer because you're killing 2 of my permanents each turn, which sounds horrible. So
yeah,
I do draw Cranial Plating, another Haymaker on my side.
Yeah, that was a very good draw here.
And I actually opt to play and equip it to just keep pressuring you, doing a whole lot of damage. Well, you're probably killing it next turn. Like, I don't have an answer for the Goblin Engineer, but with the Pokeball, I can actually just dig a bit deeper to try and find one of my answers, because I can't let this Goblin Engineer live for too long.
Yeah, and you have the option between an island, and is it a Mystic Forge?
Yes, I did board in Mystic Forge against you, and actually, I think I take island here, and I think that's the correct play, because I just need to make my Haymakers.
Yeah, next turn you can go island and then play your Tezzeret and your Fane. I can see that being the correct play, and paying 4 to nothing, kind of like you are the aggressor now. If you give me a couple of turns, I'm running away with the game. I'm already like way ahead at this point.
Yeah, and here, so you do sacrifice Spine of Ishna, killing the Cranial Plating with the Shrapnel Slinger, and then spinning the Spine of Ishna, killing the Call. So you're answering 2 of my Haymakers in 1 turn, and you're going to do that for the rest of the game. But I did hit you for 5 in the process, so...
Yeah, and you have a Tezzeret coming up next turn as well that I cannot shatter. I can Spine of Ishat, but it didn't give me the opportunity to actually play out the Master Transmuter in my hand.
No, so I do keep the pressure here, so that is nice. So here comes the Tezzeret, and here it's very hard. Like, I could look at the top X cards to try and find a removal, but I'm thinking here, like, well, I'm also playing a Fane. I still have this sort of Cranial Plating type land hit there between my lands, and I'm just hitting you for 5 here again. So I'm actually putting you down at 9 and presenting like 3 different problems, because I do have a 5/5 artifact, I have a Tezzeret, and I have a Fane.
Yeah, and that's the Secluded Starforge you're talking about, right? Like that you can tap X artifacts and give a creature plus X+O.
But I didn't count your mana correctly, and to be fair, I didn't see that Mishra's Factory there, and Mishra's Factory is an answer for the Tezzeret.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true. I'm not sure what's happening here, but I could either see me going for Shrapnel Slinger again, and then Spine of Isha again, but probably just blowing up the Fane with the Spine.
Yeah, if you...
Can I do that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I can do that. I can sack the Spine, then get the Shrapnel Slinger in, kill your 5/5 Dork, then hardcast Spine of Isha.
And you still have the mana left, actually, to activate the Mishra's Factory to kill the Tezzeret.
Yeah,
so
I think so, yes.
It all just fits perfectly, but you can answer all my like 3 Haymakers in 1 turn, and you answer all of them. But
yeah.
So here it's looking very poorly for me. Like, I can put still some pressure on with the artifact land, or with not the artifact land, but with the
Secluded Starforge. Yeah, but you cannot keep up with 2 Vindicates per turn, right? It's just not doable. Like, not a lot of decks. No.
But I do attack you here for 4, I think, so you're down to 5.
Yeah, you're doing a tremendous job, at least making it a game, right?
I'm really trying. So actually the Chronomancer is kind of interesting here, because it has Unearth, so I see here, I'm actually happy, like, I'm still in the game, sort of. But the Unearth actually gives it haste, so you actually have to answer it in my turn, so I could probably sneak in some more damage with that land, but I'm guessing, that land's gonna get blown up probably here, because it's presenting too much of a problem for you.
Yeah, I could see that. Let's see. And I can see you're being at least happy that it's somewhat of a game, considering the amount of card advantage I'm making every turn.
This is again your deck doing what it does best, just completely taking over the late game with so much power and so much value. But
yeah, exactly. And there's an Artificer's Class and the Master Transmuter.
Yes.
And to me at this moment, what I was thinking here, I have the Goblin Engineer, and I can at instant speed just shatter one of you guys. So I don't really need to do it. Like this gives you the opportunity to second Automatic and draw a card, but I'm completely fine by that. I mean, if you're not attacking, I'm winning. That's what I'm thinking here.
Yeah, so the land actually has to be used as sorcery speed. So I can't just give one of my guys, make them bigger and attack. Like, it doesn't make sense. So I'm just drawing a card here, see what I get.
It's a Witching Well. It's at least some cards to look at. And there's a Topter Foundry. Like they're all great cards, Hanjo. And I think your deck is really willing to put up the fight here, it seems like.
Yeah, so it's interesting here because also Baleful Strix, like if I drop the Topper Foundry, I want to get as much value out of it as I can. Because it does, it's a whole bunch of creatures coming into play, which is actually, you only have the Battleship to answer that. And I'm opting here if I actually want to, like I can draw 2 cards, but if I then play the Topter Foundry, you just kill it, so I can't do that.
No.
So I'm leaving them both on top because I'm okay with playing the Baleful Strix, like that's fine.
Yeah, I can see that.
But no pressure this turn, but just some dorks and some value.
Yeah. Yeah, and the only thing is I do have the Battleship already on hand. So it's but even with a Battleship, it's not like a done deal if you draw the Topter Foundry, right?
It is the best card I could have drawn, that's for sure.
Yeah. And here is this thing. And I pick the Spine of Isha back on hand. I get rid of a flyer. Maybe I should have opted for the 1/2 flyer though.
You have to engineer and a Master Transmuter online here. Like it's very tough, but I can play the Topter Foundry and make a whole bunch of tokens. Like that's the best bet I have probably.
Yeah, I'm probably here forgetting that I have a Trend Dynamo.
Yeah, getting rid of the land here, because the land does poses a problem. Oh yeah, there you go with the Trend Dynamo.
Yeah.
Some rearranging of the lands.
Figuring it out as we go. Yeah, and let's see what you can do with the Topter Foundry.
Yeah, like there's also the modular land there, so you can make one Topter a bit bigger, which then immediately gets a target on his head, but...
Yeah, and I still have like Master Transmuter open here and Goblin Engineer, right? So at any point I can shatter or vindicate.
But also having the Scrap Trawler here is very interesting because it's so much value again together with the Topter Foundry, so...
Oh my god, your draws are like almost stacked here. But it also shows the power of my deck that every turn basically one of the best cards comes into play, and I'm still like navigating through these games, right?
I'm not making it easy on you, yeah, that's for sure.
No, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was an amazing game.
Yeah, it's great Magic. These are the games why we love to play Magic, right?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, this is in response to the Scrap Trawler killing my guy. And here's a Topter Foundry with 3 mana open, so I can make 3 Topters and get some value out of it.
Yeah, but probably end of turn I can vindicate the Topter Foundry. Sorry, Spine of Isha, the Topter Foundry. Oh, you're already sacking something. Oh, you're bringing back a land. That's a nice line.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, but the land just makes sense. Because I'm making a token and the land is also another artifact I can sacrifice.
So yeah, actually I have 4 activations here. So that means I still need to put on some work. I'll probably Spine of Isha. And what is the nice target here? The Scrap Trawler or the Topter Foundry? Maybe it's better to even...
I think you have to get rid of the Scrap Trawler first because you can't afford a second Topter Foundry.
Yeah, I agree. And myself is agreeing there as well with this line.
So I'm sacking it to the Thopter Foundry probably, but...
Yeah. Do you want to have the plating here?
Like, it's an uphill battle anyways, but the plating is making one of my Thopters a lethal threat immediately, so that's why I'm opting for that. Could have also been the Retro Foundry to make some more creatures, but yeah. Again, it is a very uphill battle this case, so...
Yeah, that's true.
I'm trying to make it difficult on you, but it wasn't feeling like...
You actually are. Like even at this point, I was not feeling comfortable at all. I felt like I need to play tight, and I need to make sure that I'm not randomly dying to some of your spells that could kill me. And there's a pirate spell bomb, and you seem to be enjoying the game as well.
Yeah, I'm having fun here. Given the fact that you destroyed 2 of my permanents each turn, and I'm still in the game is...
For the last 5 turns.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, I would have loved to draw one of my removal spells by now, but...
Yeah.
So here you kill my Thopter Foundry in response. I'm building 3 Thopters.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm using 2 Thopters and actually using the modular counter. So I am presenting lethal here.
You are presenting lethal, and I do know that you have a cranial plating.
Yeah, but you have the battleship ready here to actually... you give up your...
What do you think of this line? I thought this line was a little bit controversial, but...
No, I think it's amazing because you actually bounce your message transmitter, so you keep your engine online. Like, I think you have to sort of give up your engineer here to stay alive.
Yeah.
And here I'm curious to see what you're, in the end, are going to do.
Yeah, forget that I have mana from the Artificer's class, it seems.
Yes. Yeah, but just upping the Artificer's class here. Yeah, that makes sense. So, and I actually like the battleship here because the battleship just answers all your problems. Like, I have 4 creatures in play and you just answer them all with 1 card. And you're sacrificing Golden Engineer, but that's fine. Like, the game is over at this point because now you have the Monster Transmuter to still vindicate 1 permanent a turn. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And if I want, I can even get back the... Oh no, I couldn't. Like I could just like upgrade the Artificer's class to the max number and start going to town on you. And yeah, I think you're still up 23, but this is not the game I'm losing.
No, that was an amazing game, amazing magic. Love to see it.
Insane.
Well, Frank, congratulations on beating the shit out of me.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So for your second match, you're playing our good and dear friend Tom. Let's take a look at what he has drafted.
Yeah, let's see. Let's look at Tom's deck. Tom is a very solid aggro deck, it seems here. Like black and white with solid creatures and some outliers in... I think Tempered Steel is one of the best cards in his deck, which is the enchantment for 3 that gives all your artifact creatures +2/+2. Another card I find highly powerful is Disciple of the Vault, although he doesn't have like tons of sack outlets with it. Couple of Wraths might not be the strongest cards in this deck, but if you look at, for example, the 4 slots, you see the Arcbound guy, like it's a 4-mana 3 flyer with modular 3. And when you play another artifact, you can give a creature -1/-1, which is crazy good. The same for the Arcbound Crusher, so 4 mana 1/1 or modular 1. And when an artifact comes into play, like on either side, and this is an artifact cube, so like tons of artifacts will come into play, it will get ginormous.
The symmetrical effect on Arcbound Crusher is really strong.
Yeah, it's like one of the better cards in the cube. And like looking at this list versus my deck, like my deck has some trouble getting rid of like big creatures early. So I assume if a Temperature Chill enters the battlefield early, I might be done for. But if I can keep everything at bay and he draws like the more controlling side of his deck, like Engineered Explosive or the one of the 2 Wrath of Gods, it feels like the long game will be in my favor. For example, when I get Spine of Isha going, I cannot see this deck winning against the Spine.
I agree. I think like 80% of his deck looks like a very solid aggro deck. And for me, the 2 Wrath and the Engineered Explosives feel out of place. And against you, they will be probably very bad.
Yeah, exactly. But I can respect it. I mean, like if 2 out of the 3 other players are more aggro decks, then the Wrath of Gods feel like a nice main deck addition, though.
It's the classic white weenie playing Wrath of Gods, but it's not good in this matchup.
No, they are not great in this matchup.
Okay, let's jump into the games. I am excited to see this matchup between you and Tom, because Tom really has the option to apply some really early pressure, and I think that's something your deck can struggle with. So, curious to see how this will go. Let's see if both players keep their 7.
What do I see? I see some early interaction into Voltage Charge and some lands, so that probably means that I have a keep. And Thomas has an Arcbound Worker, an Esper Sentinel, and a Patchwork Automaton. That seems like a great starting hand for Tom as well. And he starts with the Esper Sentinel, which is pretty good.
Yeah, Esper Sentinel is a nice start here for him in this matchup.
Yeah, he gets off the gates quickly, but he doesn't have... Oh, he does have a Plains in hand as well. Oh, it's a Nettlecyst, it's not a Patchwork Automaton.
Oh, Nettlecyst is crazy strong in this hand because he already has 3 artifacts on the battlefield now, so that's going to be a big creature, and that is also going to be a problem for you to deal with, probably.
Yeah. And you also see the Wrath of God in his hand here. So he has a crazy start, but the Wrath of God kind of is pretty mediocre because you do not want to follow this up with a Wrath of God here.
Yeah, it feels like he has a mulligan in his hand.
Yeah.
This Voltaic Surge here is really nice for you because the Esper Sentinel could net him a lot of cards against you, and taking it out quickly helps a lot.
Yeah, and still it feels like I'm on the back foot. Like the Nettlecyst is a 3/3 now, which is fine. But you see that Tom just threw a Sculpting Steel, so I assume that there's gonna be a second Nettlecyst in play in a second here.
I assume as well, but other than that, he has nothing because he has a Wrath of God and a land in hand. So if you can keep up with this, you're...
Yeah, exactly. But he's rummaging in for a 4 here and has a total of 9 power in play, which is great. Let's see what I can do. I see a Forge Master and the Spine in hand, but other than that, it's just a Moxite and a couple of lands.
You do get a clue, yeah.
Yeah, I get a clue from the Gadgeteer, and I'm probably discarding the Artifact land, the tap land here. Although it's my second blue, it might come to bite me, but here, there's some action.
It's also a way to slow the Artifact land. I like discarding the Artifact land here because with the 2 Nettlecysts you're on the back foot, you don't have time for another tap land. You need to sculpt your hand to a place where you can actually get back into this game. You need something like a Scrap Mastery of a Temporal Firestorm at this point, I think.
Yeah. Not only that, like one of the thinking processes here, if you draw a 2-drop, you can still play a mountain and your 2-drop, and next turn still you can play the Forge Master. And there's a second clue, and I'm gonna rummage. Let's see what I do with the rummaging. Do I wanna discard the Spine of Isha? Or I'm not discarding a land or the Forge Master, right?
No, I think Spine is the correct choice here, but it's a tough one.
Yeah.
The island is nice here to have your second blue. Spine just feels very slow at this point, and when you find Teretti or a Scrap Mastery, you can get your value out of it later anyways. Oof, another land from Tom. That's very tough because he has no follow-up action here.
No, and he can just rummage in for 8. I can either like jump one of them, I can double block.
How does he has the card in hand that makes Power Stones and then gives everything -/- equal to the number of artifacts you control. So you could also start equipping the Arcbound Worker with double Nettlecysts, trying to clear the board from your side.
Yeah, that actually doesn't seem like a bad plan. I mean, like, if he would have done that, then now it's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. You need like, it for X is 1. So then it's actually, you can destroy both the Forge Master here and the Frantic Gadgeteer. That would have been great.
Yeah, but you would have needed to equip the Arcbound Worker last turn to be able to do it.
Yeah, but just one equip is enough, right? You can just...
Yeah, one equip is enough, but he should have done it last turn because now he can't make any extra additional power stones.
No.
He can attack. If he block, then he can -1/-1. Or you can minus something still. That works.
Would you block here?
Well, you're very on the back foot. Like, otherwise you go down to 2, so I think a double block here makes sense.
Yeah.
You lose your Gadgeteer basically to this.
Yeah, I kind of like to block here. The Gadgeteer already made 3 clues, right?
Yeah, I did his work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here I think then it's for Tom, it's a fine line to equip the Net Assist to the Arcbound. Or I could also go to the Germ if he wants.
Yeah, the thing is, if you equip it to the worker, you make 5/5 and a 4/4.
Yeah.
And now you actually have like the biggest threat. I don't hate it, but I am...
No, but the 4/4 will die to the Devastation because everything will get -4/-4.
Yeah, but he isn't going for the Devastation here.
Yeah, which I think is a very wrong choice because leaving the Good of the Forge Master in play seems wrong.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like I wouldn't have done it. Like the Forge Master can find the duplicant here. Like the Spine is already in the graveyard. Oh, I see an Artificer's Class. I also see that I drew the Shatter guy.
Yeah, the best card in your deck. Shrapnel Slinger.
Yes, and that's a very good one. I want to remove one of the Net Assist, and like at this position, even like being on 6, I feel relatively safe. Like if he draws a Disciple of the Vault here, that would be probably his best draw. But as you can see, it just drew a land.
Yeah, which is tough for him.
Extremely flooded, yeah.
But I think he should have blown up the Good of the Forge Master last turn because now you can get so much value off of it. You had 3 clues already, you had the Melted Moxide.
Yeah.
Well, making Igor Wellspring and Chromatic Star doesn't help because, let's face it, unless you're drawing the card you want to search for, which is something you're very good at.
Yeah, let's see.
Tom is loving it.
Yeah, like my face kind of reveals that I'm drawing what I was trying to look for.
Yeah.
Like,
I think you drew the Battleship. I think that was the best card in your deck still.
Yeah, I would have loved the Battleship here.
Yeah, but even if you want the Battleship, you can find the Thran Dynamo and just play it next turn like it's not the end of the world. Like, Duplicant's more efficient, but...
Yeah, but the thing is, I already have, like...
Do you have Scrap Mastery in hand here already? Because getting Duplicant in the graveyard this easy, like, almost seems like you want the Scrap Mastery. No, you don't have it yet.
I do not have it in hand, but my thought behind this is I already have 6 lands. So that means that the Battleship will come down like in 2 turns. So I didn't see the reason to try and Dynamo. So I'd rather set up like more cards for a possible future Scrap Mastery.
Yeah, makes sense. But if he finds a removal for your Good of the Forge Master, yeah, you just sack it to itself. That's fair. Like, it doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah.
Would you play the Master Transmuter here with the Battleship looming?
Yes. Yeah. Look, I'm going to play the Battleship next turn, and I can always bounce the Master Transmuter itself and play the Battleship that way.
You're going for a value line here.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a value line. It makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Just uptake. I'm not going to play anything else.
You have the reduction from the Artificer's Class, so you can still cast a Thran Dynamo. So it's actually a very nice find here.
Yeah.
Being able to crack a clue in the process. You could have also sacked your Melted Moxide, I think, but...
Yeah, but it just makes it 2/2, right? It's not that...
Yeah, but then you have a second blocker, you're still at 6 life, and he has... Well, it's not a lot of power, but he still has some power left.
But does the Melted Moxide make it taps robot?
Can't remember, to be fair.
I might be wrong there. But...
well, here comes the devastation in the end.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. There goes my guy. And I'm happy that I didn't play the Master Transmuter here. But the Ravagers, the Arcbound Work is now 5/5, right? So...
But he gets -5/-5, so he's only doing 1 damage.
Oh, of course.
It's a tap robot, yes.
Yeah, it's a tap robot.
You're completely right.
No worries. We're doing it together.
You're saying like, Hanjo, I'm always right. Why don't you shut up?
That's not true. I often feel like I'm right, but...
You do.
Let's see what I can do. Like, I can uptick... I can uptick the Artifice class. I think... Do we have enough mana to... No, both uptick and play the Battleship? I do not think so, right?
No, not play Battleship and uptick. But you could uptick and play the Master Transmuter and make either robot or another Master Transmuter. So it's...
yeah.
You're gonna have enough bodies here.
Yeah, exactly. So I can just make an additional Master Transmuter and chunk with the additional Master Transmuter.
Yeah, or trump your robot, doesn't really matter. This game is over. You're getting so much value, and Tom drew so many lands. Like already on turn 3 or 4, he had like only lands and a devastation in hand, which wasn't great. He should have killed the Cold Forge Master the first time around, but other than that, I think this is
Yeah, he probably still would have lost, right?
Well, it depends on what he could have drawn, like... You are at 5 life. There were moments that getting some extra damage in. If you would drawn a dispatch or something, it would have helped a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Just drawing a dispatch there for the 3/5 is game breaking. I mean, this game it's just like I can do basically whatever I want, and it feels like, did I draw a Scrap Moth? Oh no, it's the Temporal Firestorm. Yeah, and this is the trick I talked about earlier, just bouncing the Master Transmuter and killing the board. And to be honest, I'm just gonna make another Battleship.
Deal 4 more damage, killing the worker, and then game over.
Yeah, and every turn I can make an additional Battleship, so this is just not gonna pan out for Tom here.
He did have a great start, the kind of start he needs against your deck, but he couldn't follow it up.
No.
Because too many lands and a Wrath of God.
Now let's see what he has here. I see another Esper Sentinel turn 1, which is great. But let's see if he can make a bit more of a follow-up this game than what he did last game.
I think you have your classic no islands in hand.
Yeah, so sometimes you gotta keep what you gotta keep, right?
Here's the Patchwork Automaton. Applying the pressure. The Ward 2 is also quite annoying for you. 2 taxing effects.
Yeah, it's like playing against Artifact Death and Taxes here, right? And this is basically what you want if you were Tom. Like, you just have 2 cards that kind of give you value back, like in either cards or tempo. It's kind of what you need, and I'm just starting with 2 mountains, which is ideal for Tom, I'd say. And there's also Blink Morph, so also a land that can become a creature, and the Lord.
Yeah, which means a whole lot of damage.
Yeah.
But in response, you're killing the Esper Sentinel.
Yeah, he's just chipping in for 3. But still this presence, like he's hitting for 6 per turn.
Yeah, and the Lord has Unnerve, so even if you get rid of it, it's not doing nothing anymore.
Yeah, there you see a good draw from my side. There's the Pirate Spellbomb that I drew with Ichor Wellspring, which I can just sack during combat to at least like remove the Lord when it's really active. And as you can see, Tom has the draw to sack something in hand.
Yeah.
I probably would have gone and activated the Blink Move Nexus here.
Yeah, I think.
Of course. Yes, I have the Pirate Spellbomb.
But you want to use it in combat because you don't want the unearth to happen.
Yes, exactly. So I'm probably using it in Tom's combat step anyway, regardless of what's happening. No. What am I doing? I need to check a creature here, right?
Yeah, I think you're But you also sack the creature, but you also sack the Igor Wellspring. Something's...
That's not correct.
Not correct here. I don't know what your train of thought was here.
Me neither.
You just wanted to get... So, okay, you did something wrong here. You should have sacked the Septim Stringer and the Igor Wellspring should be still in play, which is not the case. But Tom did have the Fanatical Offering ready to sacrifice his guy. Here's Tempered Steel, and Tempered Steel together with the Blinkmoth Nexus. Yeah, that's a very nice draw here, to be fair.
Yeah.
So here he's hitting you 2-1.
Yeah. Not sure how I can get myself out of this situation.
Well, you can remove the Lord. Yeah, you can't. Even with the Unnerve from the Lord as well and the Blinkmoth Nexus, it's too much.
It's too much. It really is too much.
So game 3, first time on the play for you, which will probably help a lot.
Yeah, and looking at my hand, I see Mishra's Factory, but do I have a blue search for the operative?
I have a Chromatic Star in hand, so that's fine. But we see Tom mulliganing to 5, which is a bit rough.
Yeah, there's the Factory and the Chromatic Star. Yeah, so if I have an additional land, which I currently don't have, it seems.
Oh.
But there's a mountain.
You are so lucky, Frank. That is a risky keep, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it was a multi-6 as well, so...
Oh, okay. Then it kind of makes it... I think you already had the Igor Wellspring as well, so... Like, getting that one land will probably be enough.
Yeah, and I have the star, so I have like 2 draws for 1 land, and if I get there, it's actually really, really good.
Yeah, and the Steel Swarm Operator really helps, and the Pirate Spellman is also a very nice one, because if Tom doesn't apply a lot of pressure, you can just use it to try and find more lands. So let's see what Tom has for us on his 3rd turn. If he can apply a bit more pressure. Top the Shop is a nice card in the late game against you.
Yeah, turn 3 means Top the Shop for me means that he doesn't have any other 3-drops in hand, because he would have played another 3-drop. And if you look at his hand is Plains, Offering, and something else. It's not there. Here, I'm just scouring for lands.
Yeah, if he's not applying a pressure at all, you just need to develop your board, and you can't at this moment.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm getting in for 1 here, keeping open full voltage charge.
Oh yeah, here again, a Wrath stuck in his hand. I don't know what's in his sideboard, but that he didn't have the option to even board them out seems sad.
Yeah.
And this Fanatical Offering isn't also looking great, to be fair.
No.
Well, drawing 3 cards, which is a lot.
No, but it's drawing 3. I can see this being the correct line.
I can also see this, but...
I kind of like it.
But it feels kind of sad because you want to apply pressure and you're sacking your only creature to do so.
Yeah, but he did draw the Tempered Steel here and is there on the left side and Patchwork Automaton. Oh, but there's a Net Assist. Yeah, that's mana-wise a better line of play, although you're missing out on one mana, 1+1/+1 counter. And there's the Voltage Surge for 4, cleaning up.
And drawing a card, not forgetting that, because you are still in search of lands. You found 2 by now, which is perfect. I think there's a Solemn in your hand as well, so I think now your deck is gonna kick off, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm actually like not revealing the island here, because why reveal the island?
Yeah.
It gives him a sense that I'm really, really looking for blue mana. Well, I already have one in hand.
Yeah, and now your game is coming together.
Yeah, my game plan. Like, I have 7 cards here in hand, so it feels from my position like Tom didn't manage to finish me here. And to be fair, he still has a big shot. Like the 4 cards in his hand are pretty strong. Like, you have the Automaton, there's the Lita.
The Top the Shop will supply him with fuel, but to be fair. Like, the late game, we've seen it in our match, Frank. You take over the late game quite strongly.
Yes, yeah, I would say like my late game is favored against basically any opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's still a lot on the board, and you have to think about that a bit of my removal is also damage based, just the duplicant, and the spine are not damage based. So if he makes like one big guy and I don't have like a repeatable source of stopping it, that Tom still has a shot. But here I'm tapping 5, I make the Forge Master, and
yeah, duplicant and battleship at the ready at this point. And I think, well, he's probably going to equip the Net Assist, so something will get out of battleship range, but already again in a tough spot for Tom. This good at the Forge Master, like having to pass with this Forge Master in play, feels so bad.
It feels so bad because if I don't have the Spine of Isha in hand, then he has a big problem. Even if I have it in hand, like the Grand Architect makes it that I can make 4 mana, so I can also just cast the Spine of Isha, and then I can sack it to the Forge Master, and then I find a duplicate. so like all the options that I'm having are great here.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably played the Grand Architect because you have the Spine in hand, because otherwise you could have also just cast the Godota Forge Master and have Annul up. He is opting here for, yeah. And this doesn't work as the way Tom wants.
Yeah, and I'm telling him.
It's a cast trigger, I think, right?
It's a cast trigger, yeah. I think I asked him, do you want to take it back? And like...
Yeah, choosing your Solemn, which makes sense. Like, he's still destroying 3 of your cards, setting you back in mana quite a lot, and drawing himself a card, but it doesn't feel like all his pressure is basically gone now. Like, he has a Blink Moth Nexus he can equip with a Net Assist, but that's about it. And you have a full grip of hands, so full grip of cards.
But for me, the Unstoppable Glyph Bridge did like tremendous work. It means that Tom kind of has a shot to come back into this game, and untapping with the Grand Architect was certainly not. It just meant that I would walk over him. But here we see the Goblin Engineer, one of the better cards to be drawing. And if you look at my hand, you see an Annul and you see the Spine of Isha. So I'm really getting there. I even don't have that much to find here.
Probably Shrapnel Stringer, right?
Yes, I think that's the only card that's left in my deck.
I saw Cryogen Relic, but the Shrapnel Slinger together with the Goblin Engineer is such a powerful engine. You're just basically in this format playing a Vindicate every turn because almost everything is an artifact.
Yeah. And sometimes you even have like some artifact lands you could kill with it, right?
No, Blink Moth Nexus or the Bridge on Tom's side are both targets for it if you get bored at some point.
Yes, they are. Yeah, but I think the Glyph Bridge is the first card to go. Like I might want to wait until he transforms it into a 5/3 flyer. So that means that probably like I want to get rid of the top to shop first because he can get some value out of it. But if he transforms the Glyph Bridge, I'm pretty sure that I'm just gonna destroy and sack the Solemn, draw a card in the process. And there's a Gold Mirror, good old Gold Mirror.
Well, I think if he animates the Blink Moth Nexus and equips it with the Nettle Cyst, he does almost have a 2-turn clock, right?
Let's see, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so it's 8. Yeah, no, it's not a turn to 2-turn clock, but it's close to it. Oh, and there's the Lord.
It did 9 damage this turn because he just sacrificed a map, and the Blink Moth Nexus is also an artifact. When it activates, he has 2 artifact lands.
Yeah.
So I think it could have been a 2-turn clock in theory.
In theory, that's a good way of saying it.
So I think cracking the map here feels suboptimal. Why don't you just crack in with the Nettle Cyst with the Blink Moth Nexus? It's 9 damage. It's so much. I think that was a mistake. I think cracking the map doesn't make any sense, to be fair.
Yeah, the thing is, like, after this, I will have a Goblin Engineer with the Scrapper, the Shrapnel Slinger up.
Yeah, so you can't really attack anymore, so then you have to sort of do all your other things, but missing 9 damage here, like basically half your life total, I think that's a lot. He wants to make a 1/1 flyer, yeah. I would have opted for 9 damage personally.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
Maybe he was scared of a removal spell, like, but I think he didn't play the Voltaic Surge yet? No, those were the other games. Yeah.
No, the search is in my graveyard. It's like under the operative, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think I sacked the token that was made with the Narcissist.
The search in your graveyard, yes. So I would have attacked here for 9 damage. I think that makes more sense than making a 1/1. But because here the Voltaic Surge is probably eating the Narcissist.
Yeah.
Sacrificing the Solemn, which is very nice. I don't.
Yeah, you need. I'm not sure if that's correct though.
Yeah, you always want to sacrifice the Shrapnel Slinger itself, right?
To itself, yeah. But I think like I'm opting to draw a card here.
Yeah.
And then it feels like I'm already safe here, but probably that's wrong. But you have to understand that I cannot. I don't have that many artifacts in play, so next turn I could sack the Solemn to do another Slinger.
Well, you always have the Factory if you really want to.
Yeah, that's true. But with the Spine in hand and 7 lands in play and a Doll in hand, I probably need to.
Tom using one of his lands here to flip the Glip Bridge. I would have personally just picked a card from my graveyard.
Yeah.
Seeing that you have the Thopter Shop and the Blinkmoth Nexus, so enough ways to actually use your mana.
Yeah, his reasoning is probably like Scrap Mastery. You know Scrap Mastery is in my deck, right? So.
Yeah, but there's a Leaden Mirror in his graveyard. I don't think that's gonna make a difference.
No, that's not. Yeah, that's not gonna make a difference. Yeah, you're probably right.
If you get the Scrap Mastery, you're losing anyways. Let's be fair. Like that card is so completely bonkers in your deck. Like.
Yeah, especially with like looking at this graveyard, I'm already there. Like Scrap Mastery will just win me the game outright.
This duplicant is insane here because you have exactly enough mana to cast it and eat the Wonder Glyph. It's perfect.
Yeah.
So I think that was a bit lucky of you getting the duplicant here.
I would say so. I mean, I think otherwise I would still not be very worried about my position.
No, you have the Goblin Engineer. You can switch the guy for Igor Wellspring and next turn kill it. You have 18 life. Like you have more than enough life to manage this. But
yeah,
like a duplicant was perfect here.
But it does tap me out of Annal. So if Tom draws Tempered Steel here, actually has a game plan. So sure, the duplicant was good, but it also gives gave Tom a line to get into the game with like some very fortunate draws, of course.
Yeah, true.
There we go. There is the relic.
Here you're getting enough fodder for your Goblin Engineer, and he's not answering your Goblin Engineer. And I think from now on, each turn you're just gonna activate it and.
Yeah, for sure. I'm forgetting that the relic costs 1 less.
Oh, yeah. But even then, you have Unknow up, you have Golden Engineer up, and you're now making a copy of Duplicant every turn, so yeah.
Yep, yeah, that's great.
And even if you want, you can also make copies of your Shatter guy and just start picking off anything you want. Yeah, this game is over.
Yeah, this game is over.
That Artificer's class is so insane.
Artificer's class is like one of the better cards in the cube, and it really shows here, right? Like every game we see the Artificer's class come into play. Like it reduces like 3 times an artifact, and then it finds me an artifact, and then it takes over the game completely.
It's, to be fair, I think it's your main win condition. Like when that guy, that card starts working, nothing is stopping it anymore.
No, agreed.
Well, Tom picking in for some damage, but Like the difference here, like if we would have dealt 9 damage to you, you would actually go to 5. Like that feels more like he's still in the game. But being on 14 life is so high. It's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. And being on 5, like a Disciple of the Vault actually matters, right?
Yeah.
And now on 14, I don't really care. Like I will have enough ways to deal with it.
Well, by now, Disciple of the Vault doesn't matter anymore because you can just make another duplicate or get the battleship in play. But
yeah, true. I think there are no lines for me to lose anymore.
No, I think you're done here. Well, Tom is done here, and you're winning.
Yes.
Yeah, I have to say Tom is also again quite flooded. If you look at the number of spells he's drawn this game, it's not. Maybe he's even drawn more land than spells again, which feels like...
Yeah, he drew like 9 lands here, and both his mirrors, I think.
Yeah, so again, not a great draw from Tom.
Nope, it was not a great draw. And here I'm trying to really look the game out. It doesn't feel like I now have the Artificer's Class plus the Battleship. So instead of making a duplicate every turn, I can just nuke the board every turn. So I'm making another mud.
Yeah. Not even discarding a card. You don't need to anymore.
No, it's completely unnecessary.
Are we finally going to see the battleship actually active because everyone scoops before it gets there? At least I did.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about playing the battleship. Nobody sees it live in action as a 10-10, but maybe today is the day, you never know, right?
Maybe Tom has learned from our good friend Wander, never surrender.
Never surrender. Yeah, he's certainly doing things, game actions, unearthing some things. Like I wouldn't have faulted Tom for scooping here, even for the sake of the camera match.
Yeah. To be fair, I think one of our games I also played very long knowing I was going to lose. And, well, looking back, I saw that scooping might be the better option because on camera it's not even that fun anymore watching someone struggle through such a losing position.
Yes, yeah, I can see that.
The thing is also with these cubes, like we know this cube so well that we know when there's like no way out anymore. We know our decks, we know the option in the cube. Like we just know if we're done, if we have outs left or...
Yeah, that's very much true. But the thing is happening here, Hanjo.
Yes.
The Extinguisher Battleship is live in action.
Finally smashing someone's face in with a 10-10. I think because he has a dispatch in hand, he's hoping for an artifact so he could actually try to get there, but no, 2 other lands. So yeah, there's the hand. Very nice, Frankie.
Yes. That was
another win for you.
Was another win for me. Like Tom got flooded in like the first and the third game. But honestly, like even if he drew a little better in this game, I still think I'd like my chances there.
So another win. Your deck is performing very well.
Extremely happy with the performance until now.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. So for your third and final match, you're playing our good friend and Benjamin of the group, Daan. Let's see what you have to battle through to get your 3-0 trophy.
Yeah, let's see if I can get the last one.
So Frank, looking at Daan's deck, how do you feel about the matchup?
I think this is the most difficult deck to face. Like Daan's deck is extremely streamlined. Like it doesn't even fit in one row, right? Like all the 1 and 2 offs. It's incredibly difficult to beat this deck. He is fast, and that kind of means that I need to get my acceleration in fast. So he has some grindy elements, but a card like Anim Pakal is very hard to raise. And the same with a card like Atok, like that could kill me in one swing. So I need to be a bit lucky here, and let's see if I can do that. Yeah,
I think if you look at his deck, his curve is really, really low. So it looks like a very efficient deck with a lot of angles to attack you in the late game, even with cards like Weapons Manufacturing and Legion Extruder. But also applying early pressure is really easy for him, and he has some very solid removal spells. So this is usually the type of deck that your deck struggles with, because you have to get to the late game, and this is the kind of deck that can just go low and kill you before you get there.
Yeah, exactly. And if I look at like the 1-drops, I just need to hope that he draws his Inspectors early and not Initiated, and not the Sir Ginger and the Aathawk, and hope that he just like draws more of a mid-rangey part of his deck.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's jump into the games. Alright, your final match, Frank, against Daan. I'm really excited to see this matchup. I think here we can really see how your deck will perform against a true aggro deck. Let's see if you find a combination of your early interaction and your ramp spells.
I already see that Daan made a crucial mistake by playing the Foreign Black-Bordered Mountain.
Yes, that is a very crucial mistake. For the listeners, viewers, Frank has 2 cubes. He has this artifact cube, his Boomer cube, and he has the very nice old mountains for his Boomer cube, and he has all the very, very nice Mirrodin lands for the artifact cube. So it's a bit sad to see Daan not playing Mirrodin Mountains.
Yeah, like he lost the match already, it's fine. But there's the turn to Weapons Manufacturing. That's an extremely good card if he finds a sack outlet. I see I just drew the Grand Architect.
Yeah, this is the type of game you want to play. Like, he has a slow start, he doesn't have a 1-drop, he's not applying pressure on turn 2. Like, this is very slow from his side, and you have your acceleration, so this could be the type of game where you can actually get a foot in.
Yeah, that's true, but Weapons Manufacturer is such a high power level card.
Yeah, that's very true. It is hard for you to deal with it, and even cards like Scrap Mastery don't really work that great because all the tokens will go to face.
And there is a Split Kindle, like the high performer of the cube, and there's a weapon being manufactured. But I at least have a turn for Forge Master. Daan is reading the card.
Probably being surprised that every blue creature taps for 2 mana, and Grand Architect also a Lord. I think he knows the Godot Forge Master, but Daan is a lot younger than us, so he doesn't know all these old sweet Scars of Mirrodin cards that us old people used to play in Standard by heart.
Yes, yeah. But he needs to get rid of the Forge Master here. Yeah, the thing is, I don't have like 2 other artifacts, so even if I untap with it, I still need to make like more artifacts. You see that in the tank, but looking at his hand is stacked.
It is, and he has a Galvanic Blast in hand, so he could offer the trade for the Godot Forge Master. And he's making more weapons here. You know, the thing is with the weapons, they don't do anything right now, but in the late game, if he draws an Aathawk, they basically just become lethal on the spot, which is a problem for you. So here Daan is probably attacking to bait you with the Galvanic Blast, but he's thinking about the Initiative.
Yeah, but looking at my hand, I don't have like 2 artifacts even. So for me, blocking here, like it also feels like kind of a bait attack.
It's a 2-for-1 trade, but I think you're fine with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with the 2-for-1, you mean?
Yeah, you're fine with the 2-for-1. Like you said, you don't have anything for the Godot Forge Master. I don't think Daan can take the risk, to be fair. But and it's also a 3/5 body, he has to get rid of it. But getting an Initiative out of the way is great for you, because if that gets 2 counters, it's also going to be very annoying.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, looking at my hand, I have 2 islands, a duplicant and a Volk's Charge. And also an operator.
The operator is great here because it's basically free, because you can immediately tap it for 2 colorless mana thanks to the Grand Architect to play your duplicant.
Yeah, and I'm opting whether to go for the Serpent or the Idol.
I think Serpent is the right choice here.
Yeah, it feels kind of close though, but...
Well, you have the Grand Architect, which is a 1/3, so you can just block the Doll next turn, like that's not a long-term problem. So I think the Stonecaller Serpent makes sense here.
No, that's true.
A 6 mana removal spell feels a bit weird, but
This, however, Animpakal is so good and followed up by the Michiko's Reign of Truth. That's a very good turn for Daan. But at least I have the Vaulted Church, but I'm still taking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage.
You're still taking a lot of damage, yeah.
Might be wrong to kill the Animpakal here and just go for the Vaulted Church on the doll. There's an Moxide. We've got a reader there. I'm pretty sure Daan knows the card though.
No, but I like that Daan always just sort of double checks do I know the cards. Like, he doesn't assume he knows the card, which I think is a trap I personally always fall into, that I think I know cards and then I actually don't.
Yeah, that's true. And here's a Pirate Spell, which is great because the Michako's Supreme Reign, or whatever the card is called, would get in for another, I think like 9 damage.
Yeah, he loses his second activation. Like, it's gonna flip a turn later, but you have some more time to survive that.
Yeah. Here you see Daan draws Legion Extruder.
Yeah, which is tough. Yeah, because I think you're at 4 life here, or not?
No, I'm at 11.
11, yeah, okay.
Yeah, which still feels fine. But you see he also holds the Glint Hawk, so he can either reset his Saga, or he can go Legion Extruder, Glint Hawk, Legion Extruder to kill my Architect.
But this Legion Extruder is a very strong draw from Daan, because he can just start sacrificing manufacturing tokens. He found a sec outlet, and creating 3/3s in the process is just, it's very strong.
Yeah.
And it seems like a problem for you here.
Yeah, and there he goes. Sacrifices one of the tokens.
Killing the Grand Architect and then having a 3/3 along the way, yeah. So you create a tapped 2/2 robot, but you only have turn Dynamo. Like, you need to get something from the top of your deck as well. Like right now, Daan has more going on than you. You need some more juice.
Yeah, exactly. This feels like the right spot for Scrap Mastery, right?
That would be a great top deck, Frank.
I mean, Daan would get back a doll and I'll wipe his board.
Scrap Mastery would be very, very good. Yeah, here he opts to bounce the Legion Extruder, which seems fine here. Like, you get an extra manufacturer token. When you get there, what do you draw?
Yeah, I just draw a blue-red artifact land.
Yeah, that's a bummer. So this is a surviving phase here.
Yeah, I'm just playing it anyway.
Yeah, I think if you might get to your battleship, it could also do... Ooh, there's an Atok that also is...
Yeah, there's an Atok.
Yeah,
and there's the portrait of Michiko.
Which is a 5/5 now, but will get bigger very soon when the Legion Extruder hits the battlefield and creates another manufacturing token.
Yeah, this game feels to be like snowballing in Daan's favor. Very, very fast.
Yeah, this game is over. It is a shame though that we didn't have the nice manufacturing tokens yet. So a couple of weeks after we filmed this video, it was Frank's birthday. And together with his wife, we've created some very sweet manufacturing tokens with the help from some guys of the playgroup also.
Yeah, going in for 5 here, putting me to 6. And I have kind of 1 draw, but I'm not even sure what I can draw here. Because even if I draw the Scrap Mastery here, he has the Atok.
Oh, but Atok is too big here already for the Temporal Fissure.
For the Temporal Fissure, yeah, but...
Oh, Temporal Firestorm, yeah.
But, like, look at what I can draw. I do not think I can draw anything here. Even Scrap Mastery, he can just put, like, all his artifacts in the graveyard.
Yeah, and he has Glinthawk and Atok anyway, so those cards survive. So you're dead here. Like, it's just... You're asking Daan to go through the motions correctly, and if he does, he he gets to win the game. So Daan gets to untap here with Atok and 2 artifacts, one of which is a manufacturing token, so you're dead on board already. Like, he's playing the Smuggler's Copter, getting an extra manufacturer token just to... Yep, and there you have it.
Yeah, and even without even if it drew like just a basic lands, it would have been game. You could just sack one of the manufacturing tokens.
Yeah, so you drew a bit of lands at the end of the game, and he just had so much value from the manufacturing, even though it was a slow start on his side. So both players keep 7 cards here.
Yeah, and as you can see, I boarded in Furnace Dragon.
You always board in Furnace Dragon. Furnace Dragon is like Frank, his sideboard pet card. Like he always drools a bit when he sees the card during the draft, and he can't resist drafting it and always boarding it in. But you never play it mainboard for some reason.
No. Some matches I did not board it in against you, to be honest.
No, it wasn't great against me.
No.
That's true. So here Daan didn't have a 1-drop, but he does have the Glimmer Lens, but you have your ramp spell on turn 2 with Artificer's Class, which is very nice. And your very lucky land, of course, which fixes your mana.
I mean, I had three draws for land here.
Yes, I'm just talking about the Silver Bluff Bridge you got so late in the draft.
Yeah, that's the Orido on the Artificer's Class. And I did draw a Necro Wellspring here, but another card I haven't had is a Vaulted Church. So I might be opted to play that, but I think it's worse. But does Daan... Oh, Daan doesn't have red mana.
That's a problem. I think he has Amin Pakal in hand, which of course is his best 3-drop, but
yeah,
he can't do anything with it.
And a weapon manufacturing.
So Sir Ginger is actually really good because it triggers on artifacts putting in the graveyard on both sides. So you can't just start sacrificing all your artifacts because Sir Ginger will get too big. But I think you want to clear out one of the 2 creatures here now anyways, because you don't want Daan to draw cards, because he's clearly lacking red.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I'm guessing the Voltic Surge is probably gonna go and kill the Sir Ginger, but with a bit more information.
Yeah, but this is great, right? Like this way I can play the operator. I still have a land, so I can just play the land, play the operator.
Oh yeah, that's so nice.
And then I have the Vaulted Church up, sacking the Necro Wellspring.
You have like a gift to always get the perfect card when you activate the Artificer's Class.
Yeah.
Like you don't even have to look at your hand, you should just activate the Artificer's Class, you always get the perfect card.
I mean, looking at my hand, it was the only reasonable line to play, right?
No, it was. But you do always are very lucky. It's not like you flip a battleship here. No, that would be bad. You flip something good.
It's unnecessary. I was already winning this game by a mile.
You're gonna trade here for the Sir Ginger.
That actually feels fine.
I might... Yeah, I think I would have been tempted to kill the Sir Ginger and sacrifice the Wellspring, but... Yeah.
I can still do that. But Daan drew a red here, and you know he has the Atypical in his deck.
Yeah, maybe it's better to be cautious with your removal, because if you can just trade here, it's fine.
Yeah, and he only plays the Vandal, and obviously that's bait, but the Vandal is great anyway, so I might as well kill it.
Yeah, the Vandal's a really strong card.
Because I want to draw one more land anyway, so I just drew like the 6th land, meaning that in a turn, like now I can play Duplicant, and next turn, oh, I didn't play the Duplicant. That's interesting.
I think, well, just the 2/2 doesn't really matter that much, right? You're on 16 and he can't draw a card this turn, unless, of course, he calls, but...
Yeah, there was a lot. Like probably I'm playing towards the Furnace Dragon, but the Furnace Dragon is not favoring me at the moment.
Well, you do, yeah. The great thing with Furnace Dragon and Chromatic Star is that you can announce the Furnace Dragon, get the affinity from the star, and then sacrifice it to play the Furnace Dragon, so you don't... But you have all your red mana anyways. Does Furnace Dragon exile artifacts? It exiles all artifacts, right? So you do get your draw in that line.
Yeah, it exiles it all.
Yeah, so
I get rid of my own artifact lands as well.
Yeah, but you can at least get the draw from the Chromatic Star.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a great little interaction that we remember from our old Mirrodin times casting thought casts.
Yeah, there's a thing being misplaced, like Daan makes 2 tokens now. It should be just 1.
Yes, that is a technical misplay, it seems, unfortunately. It's not the power, it's only the number of counters. I think that's where he went wrong.
Yes.
That is really unfortunate, but hopefully it won't impact the game that much. Looking at your Furnace Dragon and the fact that they are artifact creature tokens.
Yeah. Not sure if I'm gonna go for Furnace Dragon here. I mean, Anim Pakal is still in there. Like, I could also see me playing a duplicate here, exiling the Anim Pakal, and I'm paying one mana too much for it.
Yeah. Yes. You forget that you have your Artificer's class reduction. Yes.
Such a noob.
Such a noob, being 2-0, trying to force your game 3 here for your 3-0 trophy. I think Duplicant is fine here, that Anim Pakal is just a really big threat you have to get rid of.
However, still this game feels in control.
Yeah, but you're on 12 life, and I think he has Galvanic Blast in hand, and also the weapon manufacturing. So he could sculpt a board state where he could possibly burn you out. Like, I don't think this game is over just yet. But still, he's only on... I think it's also... Is it Chainsaw?
Yeah, that's a Chainsaw.
And does Chainsaw also hit creature? Only hit the creatures, or does it hit face?
Yeah, only creatures.
Okay, so that's... there we see it. Yeah, okay, only creatures. This is actually in your favor, I think. If he went here for the weapons manufacturing, I think it would be actually worse for you.
Yes.
Because then you don't have as much time.
Yeah, and I still have like the 2/2 robot here. The token card there is a 2/2 robot.
Yes, but you also need your artifacts for your affinity for the Furnace Dragon.
Yeah, that's true.
Then not attacking with the 1/1 gnomes, so only drawing a card here and chipping in with some damage.
Yeah, but you already see I have a land in hand, so with the artifact land and the chromatic star, I already have enough mana to pay for the Furnace Dragon.
Yeah, and here you can pick off the Fabian Inspector, which is nice.
Yeah. Did you see what I drew here?
What did you draw, Frank?
I did draw a Scrap Mastery.
Oh, but you're going for the Furnace Dragon because you want to exile his artifacts first.
Yes.
Here you do the nice sweet line of using the Chromatic Star while announcing the Furnace Dragon to get the affinity. This Furnace Dragon is completely demolishing Daan's board. And Daan is left with a 2/2 Rebel, I think, from the top of my head.
Yeah, it's a 2/2 Rebel. Yeah, that's what's there.
You've set this up very nicely, Frank.
Yeah, and you see how good the Furnace Dragon is here, right? Just wipes away everything, and you're left with a 5/5 flying.
Yeah, I think you prove right here why you love Furnace Dragon so much. I think this is a great showcase on how powerful the card is. Like, your timing has been great. You completely wiped his board and you're still at 10 life, so you can just pressure him now with your 5/5 flyer, but goddamn.
Yeah, and you see his face here. He's thinking like, this boomer. Why he's playing these cards? I always pass in the draft.
Yes. Yeah, Daan always misses old cards that are very good, but he doesn't see it because he doesn't have any experience with it.
Yeah.
The other day he was asking me how you win with Rude Awakening, and I asked him, did he read the card? He's like, yeah, how do you win with this?
Yeah, that used to be a very good card.
Yeah. If you're a boomer, you remember Paul Cheon winning with Rude Awakening, and if you're a boomer, you remember that Furnace Dragon in Mirrodin block was actually a banger.
Yes.
But the rebuild here is quite okay with weapons manufacturing.
Yeah, it's great actually. And he also like now got his second red source, so he can basically unlocks his whole hand.
Yeah, nice little interaction here with the weapons manufacturing the artifact land, because it's whenever another artifact you control enters.
Yeah.
But here you have the spine ready, yeah.
Yeah, and I was done with the weapons manufacturing. That card is so good.
Yep.
I think if he like draws an Aether or an Legion Extruder here, he has a chance to get back into the game, but...
Yeah, I mean, he still has the Galvanic Blast, right? So I'm virtually on 6. And with the 2 ammunition tokens, I'm at 2.
Yeah, like if he bases a Bomat Courier here, Bomat Courier attacks, he deals you 3 damage. Because you're probably blocking the Stonecoil Serpent.
Yeah, exactly. And even more, because if I block the Serpent, he can, like, before damage, deal 4 to the Furnace Dragon. If he wants to get rid of it. And that means that the Galvanic Blast also deals 2 to him.
Yes, but I'm not sure if it's actually correct to kill the Furnace Dragon here.
I mean, so this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6 damage. It's only 5. Like it's 2, 3, 4, 5. So I go to 5. Yeah.
If he just threw it at your face, you would be at 3, right?
And then the ammunition tokens are enough to kill me if he draws a Sack Outlet.
Yeah, then Aether and Legion Extruder are both just lethal instantly. So, but here you have the Scrap Mastery ready to also... But is the Scrap Mastery good now? Yo, you take 4 when you play the Scrap Mastery. But you do.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
You're going down to 1, though.
Yeah.
Daan can sacrifice the Bomat Courier in response to at least draw a card.
Yeah, but no gods, no glory, Hanjo.
Yeah, I think you're right that you have to, but...
Yeah.
It doesn't feel great. He is out then? Well, it's only Legion Extruder, I think it actually is his out.
I still feel he should have played that Galvanic Blast differently.
I think this is wrong what he's doing. He exiles the card that actually...
He should have gotten the exiled card back into his hand instead of drawing a card here.
Oh.
Which is incorrect.
We're both making some mistakes here. Daan a little more than I do, but it is what it is. But looking at what we're getting back, I might be slightly favored, and he just needs to rip a burn spell here because yeah, that's the way he can come back into this game. And there's a scry for him, it seems.
Oh, but you have to annul already. And I think the only burn spell in this deck that actually kills you right now is the Legion Extruder. So as long as you keep 1 blue mana open, you're safe.
Yeah.
And your board state right now.
You have 3 creatures on the battlefield and a grip of cards. Like, I don't think you're losing this game.
No.
Even though you're at 1.
Even though I'm at 1, yeah.
But like I said, I think it was a mistake to put Galvanic Blast at your Furnace Dragon. I would have put it on your face, because then the tokens would have been lethal. The weapon manufacturing tokens. So I do think Daan misplayed there that line. Because he had a 2/2 and a 1/1, so he would do 3 damage. Yeah, I think that was a mistake. He could have gotten you low enough that the ammunition tokens would have killed you, so you couldn't have played the Scrap Mastery.
Yeah, and in this particular line, it certainly matters. The 1 damage is the difference between losing and winning.
Yeah, like the game changes completely because you still have the Furnace Dragon then, and he has like 2 measly creatures, so he is then really just hoping to draw the Sack Outlet, but he would have drawn the Aether.
Yeah.
So he would have actually won the game if he had chosen that line.
Yeah. He's the funny thing is he sacks his guy before damage, and I'm putting my operator into the graveyard.
So many weird lines, Frank. So many weird lines.
Yeah, rules wise, this is just wrong, right?
Yeah. No, he does get rid of the Artifice Clause, which is very correct here because ultimating that, yeah, that's.
Except Dusk Rose Reliquary cannot exile an enchantment.
There's so many mistakes this game. It's
they all favor Daan. I'm ashamed of myself.
Well, the one mistake that was
technically correct, but so didn't favor Daan.
But that was a decision.
Yes,
not a technical thing.
Yeah, a lot of technical mistakes here. But to be fair, there are a lot of cards in this cube you don't see every day, and the whole point of this cube is to have so many interactions in play that it's hard to keep track of everything that's what's happening.
Yeah, that's true. And this is a very intense game, right? Like the game feels like it's slipping away from Daan, and he's doing everything in his power to make sure that it doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's always a feel bad when you play an aggro deck and your opponent is at 1 and you're not getting there.
Yeah.
It does feel very nice if you're the control deck and you win at 1 life. Like that's the best. Because you don't even have life gain in your deck, Frank. You can't even get out of reach. Like you just have to sort of keep surviving the whole time.
Yeah, this is what my deck does, and I'm pretty happy with what's happening. Drawing an additional land, so unlucky, but
luckily you have the Formori Vault to discard it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
So lucky, Frank. So lucky. You could just activate the Daretti and be done with it, but
what would you do?
No, I said you could also activate the Daretti to kill, to discard the land.
The way Daan throws the card back at me, like he has already given up. You can see it from his motions.
But right now, Frank, there's also a technical error on your side because you didn't sacrifice an artifact creature when resolving the ability of the...
What did I sack?
You didn't sack any artifact creature, which you should have.
Oh,
so you also make a technical error here. Which doesn't really matter because your 2/2 should just be in the graveyard.
Yeah, I think we're a couple of beers in here, and that might have affected both our decision making at this point in time.
I just hear excuses, Frank.
It's an excuse.
Nah, this game isn't slipping away from you anymore.
No, I'm not losing this game.
This is done. Then can pack it in.
Yeah, and I'm going for his mountains here with the spine to make sure that that no sudden shock is killing me here. Yeah, that's a do nothing card.
Yeah, he packs it in. Alright, Frankie, very nice. You managed to squeeze this one out at 1 life. Let's jump into game 3. See if you can get your 3-0 trophy here. It looks like Daan is keeping his 7 and you are as well. And Daan is on the play, which is a big advantage to him.
Yes, but we're both starting with a tap land, which favors me more than Daan. Usually.
What the viewers don't know is that Daan actually can't get a trophy because he lost to me. He's currently 1-1, so he could only get a shared trophy. A nice spellboom for you here to slow him down. And Daan has a nice start with the turn 2 Glimmerlens here.
Card is so good.
I don't think he had any 1-drops during any of the games against you, right?
Very unlucky, especially because he has like 9 1-drops in his deck.
I think effectively 5 because you don't want to play Stonecoil Serpent on turn 1, to be fair, and the Glinthawk isn't really a 1-drop.
Yeah, that's true.
But here you get rid of the 2/2 to sort of keep the tempo on your side, which is great. I do see a Requisition Rate in Daan's hand, which is probably the best card in his deck. Oh, and this is a very sweet line. Using the Glinthawk to bounce the Glimmerlens. I would have probably replayed the Glimmerlens because you have 2 creatures and you can actually start drawing cards. I don't know why he plays Blitzkin Doll here. Doesn't make sense to me, this.
Yeah, it's like drugs. You want immediate value.
No, but you don't want immediate value in this sense. You want pressure and you want... like, it's great for you, but I would have played the Glimmerlens here for sure.
Yeah, me too. I was just like making a joke about drugs. Let's see what that
I don't get jokes, Frank. I'm always serious.
No, it's fine. Let's see. So we know it's the Glimmerlands, and also is it a Bomb with Courier?
Yeah.
And the Legion Extruder.
Yeah, even if you have the Bomat Courier, the Glimmer Lens, like playing the Splitting Doll doesn't make sense if you have the Bomat Courier, because even if you pick off the Glint Hawk, but he's deploying a lot of creatures here, and also not all of them are artifacts, so like a future possible Scrap Mastery isn't like completely destroying him. Temporal Firestorm would completely destroy him here, but...
Oh yeah, the Firestorm would be insane. But this draw from Daan, he didn't play a 1-drop, but this draw is ridiculous, right? Like, it's turn 4 and he has five creatures in play, while I also played like a removal spell here.
Yeah, you're done.
I'm picking it up already. Look, I know there's a camera, but Daan was certainly winning this one. You see the smug face here.
And the fist bump here. I'm just happy we got a shared win. I think you didn't draw any lands out of the Melted Mock side, so that's why you had no outs left.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Like, I think my deck was not a 3-0 deck, and I think Daan's deck was like very well positioned to beat me, and he did.
So sadly, no 3-0 trophy for you, but it was a shared win between Daan, you and me. We both got a 2-1 tie between the three of us.
Yeah, unfortunately I got completely crushed in the last match, but that's also life. I'm happy with a 2-1 and a shared win between the three of us.
Same here.
Yeah, it felt good. Felt good.
Nice. How did you feel recording your cube in a draft video?
I actually loved it. I really liked that we could like do this and look back at how the draft went and looked at the picks, and it was a good experience for me, if I'm being honest.
I think it's very educational for us as well. Like, I think for the last year I've been saying to you so many times, like, I wish we could have recorded the draft, because I just want to see what I drafted and re-see my picks, because it's always just so hard to remember if you've made the right choices. I think it's really interesting to be able to evaluating that together.
Yeah, exactly. And it's always fun to see the different thought patterns between, in this case, you and me.
We're very different drafters.
Yeah, we're very different drafters, and we both get there in our own ways, and it's lovely to see. Yeah. Someone might be right, probably me, but...
Alright, and on that we're gonna end the video. Thank you very much for watching our first video. Yes. I hope you enjoyed it.